All right, I have been revealing some of the little-known, rarely admitted, dirty little secrets of the super successful. Dysfunctions, feelings, self-doubts, fears you thought you only suffered from, but now realize plague even the most successful among us, even the idols of our society. Hopefully, this is validating and empowering you to also rise above. Here's another fact I think you'll find shocking. All those superstars that you admired and revered for their unrelenting discipline, well, I hate to break it to you, but most high-performing achievers are lazy. It's true, lazy. But, and this is a big but, no pun intended here, they also had big dreams and big goals. So while their natural tendency was laziness, to achieve those big dreams and big goals, they had to fight their nature. They had to force disciplines, routines, rituals, rules, and boundaries on themselves in order to achieve those goals. Then, as a result, they produced much, much more than people who had the same weaknesses but failed to proactively and aggressively build these important discipline systems into their lives. Now, if you don't believe me, flip on SportsCenter, where you'll see some of the most accomplished athletes of all time, renowned for their strict eating habits, grueling fitness programs, and intense training schedules. And now retired, meaning their goals accomplished, have reverted to their more, let's all call it natural behavior, habits, and discipline. How about one of the most admired athletes of all time, His Airness, Sir Michael Jordan, then and now? Then there's the guy whose consistent discipline was so legendary that I wrote about him in The Compound Effect in a chapter of hard work and discipline and consistency. His nickname was called Larry Legend. Well, this is Larry Legend then and now. And then his main foe, Mr. Hollywood, the great Magic Johnson, then and now. Then there is Charles Barkley. Well, that's just terrible. Just terrible. Oh, and it's not just basketball. Here's the quadruple boxing champion, considered one of the top 10 greatest boxers of all time, whose career expanded 5 decades, Roberto Duran, then and now. Oh, and how about Iron Mike Tyson, considered the scariest boxer ever, and Sports Illustrated described him as perhaps the most ferocious fighter to step into a professional ring. This is Iron Mike, then and now. And since I'm calling out all these remarkable human beings, it's only fair to self-confess. Most people think that I'm one of the most disciplined and consistent people they've ever known, particularly since I kind of wrote the book on it. And I am. Well, I can be on those things that I really want to be. But I must confess, the reason I'm so good at teaching these concepts is because I need them myself. Most of these strategies were designed out of necessity. I needed to figure these things out for myself. Because, well, naturally, I'm quite lazy. Well, really lazy, in fact. If you question that, just ask my wife. I've had to work at building in systems, rituals, routines, and processes to, well, really protect myself from myself. Now, I am intensely disciplined in the areas of my life in which I really want results, improvement, and success. But outside those areas, well, not so much. I didn't realize this dichotomy until I started seeing the same reality in uber successful people that I know and started to interview and got to see their lives and lifestyles. Outside of their areas of focus where they built in routines and proactively developed habits, they're not as disciplined or as hardworking as you would expect. You can take away 2 great insights from learning this dirty little secret about super achievers. 1, the success of those you admire has less to do with their inborn talent, intelligence, nature, or any other gift, and is more dependent on the processes for creating and reinforcing successful habits that they've built into their lives and environments. And number 2, even if you are lazy, you can become a superstar success. In fact, it might become your advantage. That is why I built Insane Productivity as a system, to distill all the best of what I picked from the most successful people in the world and how they created these systems, routines, and methods for driving themselves to high achievement, so I could apply them to my own life. The results were so tremendous for me that I was inspired to start sharing them with others. Now, 20,000 plus achievers have proven it gives you the ultimate success advantage. If you desire to be great, I highly recommend that you check out Insane Productivity. It will finally give you the tools and systems and guardrails that you need to get you to do what you know to do, want to do, but have failed to do consistently and sustainably in the past. It's the answer that you've been looking for. I know it was for me and many others who've gotten access to it. So in the comments below, tell us, what do you do to protect yourself from yourself? In other words, battle your laziness and keep your discipline. Tell us below.